Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between towering mountains and lush forests, there was a river that flowed with water as clear as crystal and as blue as the sky. The villagers called it the Enchanted River, for it was said to possess magical properties. Anyone who drank from the river felt an overwhelming sense of peace and happiness, and its waters were believed to heal even the most severe ailments. In this village lived a young boy named Finn. Finn was a kind-hearted and curious child who loved to explore the world around him. He spent most of his days by the river, skipping stones, watching the fish swim, and listening to the gentle murmur of the water as it flowed over the smooth rocks. Finn lived with his grandmother, a wise old woman who had once been the village healer. She had told him many stories about the enchanted river, how it was protected by a powerful water spirit, and how only those with pure hearts could see the spirit. Finn had always dreamed of meeting the water spirit. But no matter how many times he visited the river, he never saw more than fish and ripples in the water. One day, a severe drought struck the village. The skies remained clear for weeks, and the sun beat down relentlessly. The crops began to wither, the animals grew weak, and the villagers became desperate. The enchanted river, which had always flowed steadily, began to dry up, its once strong current reduced to a trickle. Finn watched in despair as the river shrank day by day. He couldn't bear to see the river, the lifeblood of the village, disappear. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, Finn decided to visit the river one last time. He knelt by the water's edge and whispered, "Please, water spirit, if you are there, help us. Our village needs you." To his amazement, the water began to glow with a soft, ethereal light. The glow grew brighter until, from the depths of the river, a beautiful figure emerged. It was the water spirit, her form shimmering like moonlight on the surface of the water. Her hair flowed like the river itself, and her eyes were as deep and clear as the waters she protected. "Who calls upon me?" the water spirit asked, her voice as gentle as the river's current. Finn, wide-eyed with wonder, replied, "It is I, Finn. My village is suffering from the drought, and the river is drying up. Please, can you help us?" The water spirit looked at Finn with kindness. "The river's flow has diminished because the balance of nature has been disturbed. The drought is a result of the forest spirits being angered by the villagers taking more from the land than they give back. The river can only be restored if the balance is mended. But how can I fix it?" Finn asked, his heart sinking. "I'm just a boy." "You are more powerful than you realize, Finn," the water spirit said. "The forest spirits are wise, but they have been hurt by the villagers' actions. You must show them that not all humans are careless. If you can find the ancient tree of harmony in the heart of the forest and offer it a gift from the river, the spirits may forgive the villagers, and the balance will be restored." Determined to save his village, Finn asked, "What gift should I bring to the tree of harmony?" The water spirit smiled. "Take a single drop of the purest water from the river, and place it in a leaf from the oldest oak tree in the forest. When you offer this gift to the tree of harmony, speak from your heart, and the spirits will hear you." The next morning, Finn set out on his journey. He carefully collected a drop of water from the river and placed it in a leaf he had found beneath the village's ancient oak tree. Then, with the leaf cradled in his hands, he ventured deep into the forest. The forest was dense and full of shadows, but Finn was not afraid. He followed a narrow path that wound through the trees, listening to the sounds of the forest, the rustle of leaves, the chirping of birds, and the distant calls of animals. As he walked, he noticed that the forest was unusually quiet, as if it were holding its breath. After what felt like hours, Finn reached a clearing. In the center of the clearing stood the tree of harmony, a majestic tree with silver bark and leaves that shimmered with every color of the rainbow. The tree was ancient and wise, its roots stretching deep into the earth, connecting it to all the life in the forest. Finn approached the tree and knelt at its base. He held up the leaf with the drop of water and said, "Great tree of harmony, I come to you with a gift from the enchanted river. Please, forgive us for the harm we have caused, and help us restore the balance. Our village and the river need your help." For a moment, there was silence. Then, the tree began to glow, just like the river had the night before. The light spread through the clearing, and the air filled with the sweet scent of blooming flowers. The leaves of the tree of harmony rustled, and the forest seemed to come alive with energy. A deep, resonant voice echoed through the clearing. "Finn, your heart is pure, and your intentions are true. The forest spirits have heard your plea, and they have seen your sincerity. We will forgive the villagers, but they must learn to live in harmony with the land. Take this message back to your people." The light from the tree grew brighter and brighter until Finn had to close his eyes. When he opened them again, the clearing was back to normal, but the air was filled with a sense of peace and renewal. Finn hurried back to the village, where the first drops of rain began to fall from the sky. The villagers, who had been on the brink of despair, were overjoyed as the rain soaked the earth, and the river began to flow once more. The crops revived, the animals regained their strength, and the village was saved. Finn told his grandmother and the villagers about his journey to the Tree of Harmony and the message from the forest spirits. The villagers, grateful and humbled, vowed to live in balance with nature from that day forward. They planted new trees, tended to the land with care, and made offerings to the forest spirits as a sign of respect. As for Finn, he continued to visit the enchanted river, where he often saw the water spirit smiling at him from beneath the surface. He knew that the balance had been restored, and that as long as the villagers remembered the lesson they had learned, the river would continue to flow, bringing life and magic to their land. And so, the village thrived, the enchanted river remained a source of wonder and healing, and Finn's story was told for generations, a reminder of the importance of living in harmony with the world around us. The end.